Okay, page 11 and 12 today. Here is a Venn diagram of people who like orange juice, apple juice, and grape juice. And some people like more than one flavor. So it summarizes here the numbers, and it also writes the numbers into the Venn diagram. So 8I number 1 is asking about this Venn diagram. Find the number in the survey above who liked exactly 2 of the 3 flavors. So that would be any place where the circles overlap, but only 2 circles overlap. Okay, we can't count 5 because that's where 3 circles overlap. So those are the people that liked all 3. We're looking for only for the people that liked 2. And so that would be 15 plus 25 plus 30. Okay, so you can add that together and see what the answer is. B, people who did not like orange juice. So first we could mark the people that did like orange juice would be those numbers. And then everybody, the others numbers would be people who did not like orange juice. So you could add together 20, 25, 10, and 15, and that would give you the people who did not like orange juice. Or you could add together the people that did like orange juice, and then you could subtract that from the total of 145. How many people liked one flavor of juice only? So that would be anybody who's in the circle but not in an overlapping part, right? It would only be these 3 numbers, which would be 25 plus 20 plus 10. Did not like either orange juice or apple juice. So either orange juice or apple juice would be the union of these 2 sets. So did not like those, it would be these 2. So that would be um, 25. Did not like orange juice and did not like apple juice. So did not like orange juice, I colored in orange. Did not like apple juice, I colored in red, cross-hatching. And so what is colored both orange and red? So that would be only 10 and 15. So again, we have the answer is 25. Liked at least 2 of the 3 flavors. So 2 of the 3 flavors would mean they liked orange and apple, or they liked apple and grape, and they liked orange and grape. And so it says at least 2 or 3 flavors, and that would include the 5 also. So that would be 30 plus 15 plus 25. Oh my gosh, look at that terrible writing. 30 plus 15 plus 25 plus 5, which would be about 75. Okay, and then last one, liked fewer than 2 of the 3 flavors of juice. So that would be everybody except for that, right? So that would be 145 minus 75. So that would be 70. Now find the number of orange juice drinkers who liked apple juice. So let's see, we'll color in the orange juice drinkers first. Okay, so which one of these all liked apple juice? So that would be the 30 and that would be the 5, so that would be 35. Orange juice drinkers who did not like grape juice. So that would be did not like grape juice. So that would be these 2, right? 25 plus 30, which would be 55. Liked no other flavors of juice. Orange juice drinkers who did not like any other flavors. That would be 25, right? Because that would be the people up here. Liked exactly one other flavor of juice. So that would be the 30. and the 15, but not the 5, right? Because the 5 would be 2 other flavors of juice, so that would be 45. Okay, we're going to do number 3. In a youth camp, each participant must take part in at least one of the following activities: chess, backgammon, or dominoes. Of the total of 55 people in the camp, 25 participate in chess, 24 in backgammon, and 30 in dominoes. I'm writing it on the side and not in the circle because we don't actually know how many of these 25 who play chess play only chess. So we know that the whole circle contains 25, but we don't know how much each section of the circle contains. So I write it outside. Then it gives me more information. It says that 15 participate in both chess and backgammon. So that means 15 participate in chess and backgammon. And I write it outside again because we don't know exactly how many of these 15 are participated also in dominoes or not. And then it says 10 in both backgammon and dominoes. Again, I'm going to write it outside here between B and D. And 5 in both chess and dominoes. I'm going to put that between C and D. The only thing that we can write in the Venn diagram directly is that 2 people participated in all 3 events. So we can write the 2 in the middle there. Okay? Once we have the 2 in the middle, we can start figuring out the other numbers. For example, we know that this whole I-shaped intersection between C and D contains 5 people, so we know that this other part contains 3 people, so we can write that in. And then, for example, the 15 people that are in this I-shaped section, we know that there's 2 in the middle, so that would leave 13 on the outer part. And then there's 10 in this section, so that would mean since there's 2 in the middle, there's 8 in the outer section. And now that we know that there's 3, 2, and 8 here, now we can figure out how much of the rest of the 30 is in this cookie with 2 bites out of it. So that would be 13. No, that would be 30 minus 13, which is 17. And then this 24 here, the 24 would be minus 10 minus 13, so it would be just 1 person there. And this 25 here, you would subtract 13 minus 2 minus 3, which is minus 18, and you're left with 7. Okay, now we can start answering the question. Draw a Venn diagram to share this information. Show this information. Yeah, we did. How many of the participants are not taking part in at least one activity? So that would mean we would add up all these numbers and see how many are left over. So that would be 7 plus 13 plus 1. That would be 21 plus 24, 25, 26. 26 plus 8 would be 34. 34 plus 17 would be 51. So there's 4 people that are not participating in any activity. So we just get that by subtracting everybody in the Venn diagram from 55. I'm just going to erase some of these outer numbers so as not to confuse you. So how many people take part in one activity only? So that would be 7, 1, and 17. Those people take part in just chess, backgammon, or dominoes, but not both or not all 3. So that would be 17 plus 7 plus 1. That would be 25. How many people take part in exactly 2 activities? So that would be 3 plus 8 plus 13. 3 plus 8 plus 13. 3 plus 8 plus 13. Okay? Do not take part in at least 2 activities. So that means anybody who takes part in just 1 activity and anybody who has 0 activities. So that would be 25, which is our answer from A. And then we would add the 4 people on the outside. How many people take part in chess, given that they take part in dominoes? So first we're just going to look at, okay, who takes part in dominoes? So that would be everybody in here. And then how many of these people take part in chess? That would be these 2, right? 3 plus 2, so that'd be 5 people. How many people take part in backgammon, given that they do not take part in dominoes? So that would be everybody outside the brown circle. And then how many of those people take part in backgammon? So that would be these two, right? 13 and 1, which would be 14. Okay, so that's it for number 3. So in a community center, there are 170 youths. Of these, 65 take up rock climbing, 65 bouldering, and 50 swimming. 15 take up climbing and bouldering, 10 bouldering and swimming, and 5 swimming and climbing. Now, I couldn't write any of these inside the Venn diagram because we don't know how many of each quantity are going to be inside different parts of the circle. We just know how many are in the total circle, or we know how many are in the total eye shape, but we don't know which side of the eye how many have. Okay? So that's why I wrote everything outside for now. 17 youths take up other activities. The 17 youths are the people that are not doing any of those, so they're outside the circles, but inside the universe. Show clearly the number in each section in terms of x, form an equation satisfied by x, and hence find its values. Let x be the number of youths who take up all 3 activities. So instead of giving us a number, they just have a variable x. So x is the number of people in the middle. So we just do the same thing we did before, except now we just need to leave x in the expression all the time. So to figure out how much is in the rest of this eye, we know that the total is 5, so it's 5 minus x. The number of people in this part of the eye is 50, so it would be 50, no, I'm sorry, it would be 10, so that would be 10 minus x. And here it would be 15 minus x. And then to figure out how much is in the rest of the bouldering here, we would have the total number in bouldering, 65, and then we'd subtract out the x that's in the middle, and then we'd subtract out the 15 minus x, which is over there, and then we'd also subtract the 10 minus x over there. And then that can be simplified, of course. And then here we would put the total, which would be 65, and we would subtract x, and we'd subtract 15 minus x, and we'd subtract 5 minus x. And for this part here, we would put the total, which is 50, and we'd subtract out the x, and we'd subtract out the 5 minus x, and we'd also subtract the 10 minus x. So now we'll simplify these. So first we distribute all the negative signs, so this happens and this happens, and then we just add up everything. So here I just put all the constant terms together, and I put all the x terms together. So when I combine 50 minus 5 minus 10, I get 35. Oops. And when I combine negative x plus 2x, I get 1x. Okay, and so let's move on to the others, and let's simplify these. So this simplifies to 65 minus 15 minus 10 minus x plus x plus x, and that's the same as 40 plus x. Let's go to the last part here. 65 minus 15 minus 5 minus x plus x plus x, which simplifies to 65 minus 15 minus 5 is 45, minus x plus 2x is plus x. Now we're just going to add up every single one of these quantities, and then we're going to make them equal to 170, because 170 is the total of all of the quantities. So we're going to add up x, 5 minus x, 10 minus x, 15 minus x, 35 plus x, 40 plus x, 45 plus x, and 17. And we're going to set it equal to 170 because those should add up, right? If we add up each one of these sections plus 17, we should get 170. So we do that right here, and we just subtract 17 to the other side. So we set all the sections of the circles here, and then we've set it equal to 170 minus 17. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to add up all the constant terms, which is equal to 150. And then we add up all the x terms, which would be x, 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 that would be 3x, 4x, minus x would be 3x, minus x would be 2x, minus x would be 1x. So 150 plus x is equal to 153. So x is equal to, and we subtract 150 from both sides, x is equal to 3. Now that we know that the center value is 3, we can solve for all the other values, because like this is 15 minus x, 12. This is 40 plus x, 43. This is 45 plus x, 48. This is 10 minus x. This is 5 minus x. And this is 35 plus x, which is 38. So now we know all the values for climbing, bouldering, and swimming. So find the number of youths who take up one activity only. So that would be the 48, 43, and 43 together, right? So 48 plus 43 plus 38. How many people take up at least 2 activities? So that would be everybody inside the triangle region. So that would be 12 plus 13, which is 25. I'm sorry, 12 plus 3, which is 15, plus 7, which is 22, plus 2, which is 24. Take part in fewer than 2 activities. So that would be anybody who takes part in 1 activity or 0 activities. So that would be your answer from A. You would add all those up, and then you would also add the 17 people who don't take part in any of those activities. D, take up bouldering, given that they have already taken up climbing. So that means that they, the people that are in climbing, so all these people, how many of these people do bouldering? Well, that would be the 3 in the middle plus 12. So that would be 15. How many people take up one other activity, given that they have already taken up swimming? So that would mean anybody who is in this circle who takes up one other activity. And so that would be 7 plus 3 plus 2, which would be 12. Okay. Here's another different kind of problem. Each of the 116 students in the 4th year of school studies at least one of the subjects, history, English, and art. So that just basically means that nobody is outside of the 3 sets, H, E, and A. That makes one thing a little bit simpler. Of the 50 students who study art, 15 also study history and English. So there's 50 total in art. 15 also study history and English, so that means they study all 3. 12 study neither history nor English, so that means they only study art. And 17 study English but not history, so that would be here. Okay? And then you can see how you can figure out that one, because we know that the total in art is 50. Of the 66 students who do not study art, so that would be like everybody outside of there, so like not art would be 66. 39 study both history and English, so that would be 39 in the history ring and the English ring. X study history only, so I put an X there. 2X study English only, so I put that there. Draw a Venn diagram showing the number of students in each subset. Hence find the value of X and the total number of students studying English. Okay, so let's set up some equations using X that we know are true. For example, we know that this empty spot here is equal to 50 minus 12 minus 15 minus 17, which would be 6. One thing I just did wrong, it says 39 study both history and English. I put 39 in the wrong place. I put it up here. 39, study history and English, it should be there. Okay, so now we have everything filled in. So now if we want to, we could say all the people in these rings added together gives us the number total, which is 116. So why don't we try that? So we have x plus 39 plus 15 plus 6 plus 2x plus 17 plus 12. All the numbers inside the three rings gives us 116. So now we'll simplify that. We'll combine all the constant terms, and we'll combine the x terms. And that gives us 89 plus 3x, and so that's equal to 116. So now let's solve for x. We'll subtract 89 from both sides, and then we'll get 3x equals 27. So x is equal to, divide both sides by 3, x is equal to 9. And then the last, that's the value of x, which they asked for. And then the total number of students studying English would be 39 plus 15 plus 17 plus 2x, which is 71 plus 2 times 9, which is 18, is 89.